Alright guys, so before Travis Decker ultimately unalived his three children, Peyton, Evelyn, and Olivia, he was taken to court by his now ex-wife, Whitney Decker. She was basically petitioning the court to get overnight visitation with Decker off the table. He wasn't providing them a stable place to sleep at, and he also was dealing with stuff internally and mentally that Whitney Decker said made it unsafe. Now, if you've been following this case here on my page, you would know that we've talked about people who know Travis Decker who shared that Travis Decker didn't want to be a paternal figure anymore. He was questioning whether or not he still wanted to have that responsibility. He was thinking about leaving, but then Whitney Decker, his ex, said that Travis was very involved in the girls' lives and that he did want to see them more. He loved the girls more than anything. So this leaves us with two possible motives if this was premeditated. One, revenge on his ex-wife, take the kids away from her because she's trying to take the kids away from him in his mind. Or two, getting rid of the kids because he doesn't want to be a father anymore. He doesn't want to pay child support. He wants to be stripped of that responsibility. The audio I'm about to play right now is Travis Decker in court before the unalivings took place, where he talks about how he loves his kids. He would never want to put them in an unsafe or dangerous situation, and he never would. Very eerie to listen to, especially knowing what he did just a little while after.
I've never done anything that was unsafe or anything I wouldn't want to put myself in. I've never done anything I feel like that puts them in any sort of a risk. I understand that my current position when I'm by myself isn't ideal, but my daughters aren't a part of that. I only get to see them over the weekends, and camping is something that the four of us have done since the three of them were in diapers. Actually in Columbus, Georgia, we used to go camping every 2 weeks. And so part of our time together is getting out into the nature and riding horses and experiencing things. And on the weekends that I have not been able to provide shelter, or the weekends that I've stayed at the house with Whitney and the girls, because I wasn't going to try to drag them into a situation that would have been unsafe. I never wanted to put my daughters in a financial situation that they weren't going to be able to have food on the table and a roof over their head. If I have the opportunity to be there for my daughters, I feel like I should be able to be there for them and not have to fight my way to be in and around my daughters.
Now, Whitney Decker did come out and say that Travis's only joys were his three daughters and his husky, his dog. She also went on to say that amid financial and housing difficulties, before the girls were found deceased, before they were even unalived, Travis was talking about finding a new home for his dog. To me, this was the beginning of the end, because we have Travis finally coming to terms with the fact that he cannot provide a safe, stable home for his girls to come and visit, that he cannot afford child support, which his ex-wife Whitney was fighting for. He's realizing that he can no longer afford to take care of / feed his dog. So his four main joys are slowly being taken away from him. He's realizing this, and I think it caused him to spiral, to plan something atrocious. And I think it further just confirms the possibility that Travis committed these crimes, got rid of his dog, let the dog loose, attacked the dog, thought the dog may have died, whatever the case may be with the dog, and then fled, left, got out of town to start a new life over, where he didn't have responsibilities, where he can find new joys and not have to pay for anything. Whether he died while attempting to do that, not sure right now. We do know that authorities are saying that he could not be alive. Either way though, I don't think that if he's deceased, it was by way of something he did to himself. I think that he's way too selfish, and I think he knows exactly what he was doing, and he was running away for a reason. He did all of this stuff for a reason.